Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Today, I'm going to be installing a tailgate dampener, or strut, whatever you want to call it, the thing that stops the tailgate from slamming down when you open it, on my new Toyota Tacoma. Now, I ordered this off of Amazon, and this is what it came with. The strut, and then a little bit of hardware. What I'm going to do, this strut, with the provided hardware here, is going to go in from here down to here. And this first piece of hardware is supposed to screw on here. Now, it will stop you from removing the tailgate, but maybe it's a little added extra security, I don't know. But nonetheless, it's going to replace this bolt, and then the end of the strut, like this, will hook over the edge. And then it has a little retaining clip that slides in a slot here to keep it on. Pretty simple, really. And then down here on the bottom, I believe it's this bolt, is going to be replaced with the other piece of hardware they gave us, and it will stick out like so. And then the other end of the strut will hook on that, and of course a little retaining clip there as well. Pretty simple. Now, they did include a couple extra pieces of hardware. I don't know what the heck this is for. I think maybe they have more than one type of kit going. But we don't need that. So first things first is to go ahead and unhook this. That's pretty simple. All you do is just kind of pull this out while you slide it over the screw and then pull the cable off. Again, it's very easy to do. And then we'll see if we can't get this screw out of there. I've heard they're in there pretty tight, so we shall see. Let's go ahead and get this holder off of here. If I can do this one-handed, might need a tool. Nope, I don't. That's it. And we'll just kind of let this dangle here. And then we've got a Torx bit 40. That's what you need to be able to remove this screw. So this is the one I've heard is on there like a bear. Not really. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Wow, that's certainly nothing like the horror stories I've heard. And we'll try, I don't know if we can retain this washer. It looks like the washer is meant to stay, maybe not. I was going to say meant to stay on the screw, but let's see if we can screw it off of there. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. Let me work on this for just a minute. We'll see if I can get this off. Okay, I found a washer I'm going to use, I think, either be this one or this one. I think probably the black one. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on here, just a blue Loctite, just to make sure I get a screw that's not going to come off. There's the Loctite on there, should be fine. Now, the way the picture shows that I have for this goes is you put the bolt through the holder, and then you put the washer on the inside, and then supposedly, assuming this fits, I should have checked to make sure it was the right holder. Seems to be. Like so. And then this takes a 16mm socket, I think. Just kind of crank on that a little bit. Still want the cord to be able to move, but I don't know. I think it'll be okay. So now we need to get down here to the bottom. We're going to pull out this screw and go ahead and put the other one there in. So I think, hopefully, it's the same socket size. Maybe this is the one that's a bear to get out. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed that this isn't taking more effort. Wow, I can't fit my tool in there. So that kind of sucks. See if I have a shorter ratchet, I guess. Or I guess a thinner ratchet. No, that's not going to work either. So I have a hurdle to overcome. Okay, I have no tool that'll fit in there, and this is the problem, you see. I can't get the wrench in the bolt. So I'm going to try to do it with this one. Obviously, I can get it in there. Let's see if this is tight. Yeah, that's going to be the one that's tight. But we're going to go ahead and remove this, and then we'll put that other screw in. We've got good news and bad news. The bad news is I stripped this out. I could not get this bolt out. Bummer. The good news is I have a whole nother side over here, and I did already break this one free. So we're going to put my strut on the driver's side, or the passenger side, which is a little different. So again, I need to go ahead, take this out, put the screw back in, and then we'll remove the bottom one and go ahead and finish this up. Okay, got the bottom one tightened on, no big deal, and I do think this is going to work, unless clearance is an issue. But now, we're going to put the bottom one on first, like so, and then I'll put this little clip here across it to hold it in. And then I'll lift the tailgate, and we'll put the top one in right there the same way, and then we'll give it a test, see if it actually works. I think it's going to work. Whoop. The problem here is it's not going all the way down because it's not in the right spot. It needs to be up, I think, in that other slot. You guys can see the tailgate is at an angle. Now, that might not be a big deal to some, but it is to me. So I'm going to see if I can get that back screw off still, and I'll put it in there if I can. So let me try that real quick, and if not, then I guess we're going to have a little bit of a kind of a weird tailgate. All right, bit of a problem. It can't be on this side because as it pulls up, it actually releases the tailgate. If you didn't know, there's a slot under there so you can take the tailgate off. It pulls it up and the tailgate actually comes off. That's why it has to be on this side, because there's too much pressure over there because of that slot that removes the tailgate. So I did have an epiphany though. Of course the tailgate comes off, right? You pick it up, you slide it over. I can pull the tailgate out over here and access this second screw, especially since I ruined the first one, and go ahead and get it off and put on the right way. So that's what I'm gonna do next. This has turned into about an hour-long project for me so far. It's a little slow, but it'll actually get faster as the strut breaks in. The only way to reach this is to take out the tailgate. Now, you don't have to completely remove it. You don't have to unplug the wire. There's enough slack that you can sit it out. And if you have a card table chair or a folding chair, put a couple rags across it, and then center it on the Toyota logo here, or the handle, and it actually will sit on that, so you can do what you need to do without damaging anything, right? But it does work. Now I don't have to worry about opening that tailgate and having it slam down anymore, so I'm pretty happy about that. Of course, I kind of lost the ability to remove the tailgate, but that's not a big deal. I don't ever plan on taking it off anyway. We still need to install the little Cali-raised security piece over here. But anyway, that's it. That's the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You ever run into troubles like that when you're doing what should be really simple mods? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.